sports too. Alright, let's see.
If you ask someone what are the
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
capabilities of God themselves, they might say omnipotence, the capacity to be aware of and control all matter, time, and energy to their
Yeah, I like that. I like these though. I would actually just like to go ahead and just go supernatural though, and just like transcend, just like go through time and space and bend everything up and fuck all of this shit up though. You know what I'm saying? Like the thing is that would be nice to do. Like I remember there was this like this one what's this? This one video though, I think Doctor Strange though or some shit though, when the bitch with the bald head though, that you could Michael Jordan smack that bitch though. Basically when it basically put like a ass, when it not like a butt plug or some shit, but basically plugged its thumb where you're supposed to stick inside the ass though, into his third eye, and then started flying off through space and shit though, and then touched the butterfly and then started
their exact will. This is why when you see Messi, Tiger, or Michael Jordan do
Oh, I thought things were gonna get messy. Okay, never mind.
something crazy with a ball, you think,
Wait, which? No. Okay, but here's the thing though. They I guess like when it comes to millionaires though, that the thing is they are homosexuals though, so they like playing with not net sex though. So, but not. I don't know about these niggas.
could it be? What makes the popularity of sports so interesting is that it's an incredible insight into the human psyche, which is that deep down, almost no one actually cares about getting human life to Mars or curing cancer. We only really care about doing pointless fun activities with our friends. The
Yeah, true.
activity, of course, being the defeat
Okay, so basically, Republicans, the Democrats, the conservatives, the liberals, the MAGA, the hoes, the bloods, the crips, the red, the blue, the red pill, the blue pill, the oh yeah, the oh no, the menstrual blood, and then sapphires.
of other people who we think are not our friends, and the imaginary devastation we experience when we are instead defeated. So let's take a look at the most popular sports to see exactly what makes them so successful. Ice hockey. Hockey is a fantastic sport because there's tons
Me, I'd rather just wear our ice-style chains on hockey and do it all at the same time.
of action, lots of Canadians, and it incorporates the best part
Oh, I thought you was about to say comedians. Never mind.
of good video game design, which is slidey ice levels. Apparently this is a hot take after looking it up, but once again as a Canadian, it sounds more like a skill issue. The only critical error in hockey is that the puck is way too fucking small to see if you're in an arena, so really you're just watching a bunch of guys skating one direction really fast, then all of a sudden turning around and skating the other direction really fast. This does, however, keep you entertained sufficiently as you wait for them to finally start punching each other.
Okay, when it comes to ice hockey, I never really see.
Rock climbing. Rock climbing is one of the most visceral human activities, which is not
I would like to go ice hockey. No, not well, ice hockey a little bit, but I would like to go ice skating mainly. Rock climbing, I would like to try.
just our ape-like instinct to climb trees, but an evolved
Yeah, we know. When you shave them shits, we know.
human instinct to just see what the most extreme pointless shit we can accomplish without dying. If you think about it, the moon landing was really just extreme rock climbing. If you never rock climbed before, it's easy to think it's a pretty stupid and pointless activity, but once you do it a few times, you'll realize there's a reason that the #1 most sold item in grocery stores is the humble banana. Golf. Golf is an absolute heater
Oh, now golf, I would. Now golf, I would really like to try. You know what I'm saying? I would like to do golf,
of a sport, and its only downside is being way too
but it's one of those. But it's only like the type of sport where basically the thing is like I would really enjoy it as a millionaire with so much money and just retire when I'm older. Then I would enjoy it then.
expensive and far away from where you live. A lot of people who've never played golf assume it's really just mini golf but bigger and more difficult.
Yeah, basically bigger and more difficult. These ones are hard to do.
This is completely wrong. Hitting a ball into a hole is the meaningless part of golf. The sport is actually being able to drink and drive, and you only have to try to hit the
Yes, the drinking and driving is literally on the golf cart though. That's the most fun part about it though.
ball into the hole so you can gamble on it. When you realize that golf isn't an upper crust gentleman's game, but just peak debauchery
I think that basically golf is the most pointless sport in the fucking world.
with the boys, then you understand why people want to get rich in the first place. Tennis. Being a 1v1 sport,
Yeah, tennis though. What I hate about tennis is that I don't want to basically play on the concrete though. Also basketball as well. I hate playing sports on the concrete. I hate that. And like when it comes to like scraping your knees and all that stuff onto the and just like getting scratches and shit, I don't like that. But I can basically do like tennis on the basketball. I mean, not the basketball court, but when it comes to how smooth it is and all that stuff, I'd rather do it on that sort of on that texture of of the floor. Now, yeah, when it comes to tennis, though, I played this before. I don't like it.
I'm of course a big tennis fan, but the popularity of tennis has unfortunately been cannibalized recently by the bane of all tennis players' existence, recreational pickleball. The best way of summarizing the feud between pickleball and tennis is that pickleball players think, well, just because you have to run around all the time and hit the ball really hard doesn't mean you're better than us. And tennis players think, yes it does. The pickleball players then convert every public tennis court into pickleball courts by demanding the city council, aka themselves, do what the people want.
I don't know. Is it possible that basically I don't know. I just think that maybe like the thing is ping pong is harder than tennis in some way though. I don't know. But it's actually tennis though because then it's like you have to do more movement though.
Want. If you know a tennis player, just be aware that they are societally down very bad and can't find a public court to play on. So make sure you reassure them that their two-handed backhand is actually very sexy, and then buy them some pen tennis balls for Christmas to cheer them up.
But then basically that's what guys for. That's what guys for. We have nutsets for them to play with though.
Gymnastics. I think gymnastics is...
Yeah, gymnastic I'm never doing, bro. I mean, maybe I might do it like when I'm bored enough. But no. The only gymnastics I remember doing was that I basically when I like ran like around the field, and I also went and like made like the jump into the sand. Oh yeah, and also jumping over the over the stripper pole though, you know what I'm saying?
This is dope because it's not only a solo strength sport in the Olympics, my two favorite things, but it's one of the only sports where guys and girls compete in different activities, and everyone agrees each sex is actually better at their respective events, making it the first and only sport in the world where the average male and female internet commenter is almost tricked into admitting they actually like each other. Boxing.
Now boxing, yeah. Boxing I like it. Boxing I like.
When I watch boxing, the only thing I think is, how in the fuck is each person getting paid like $300 million for one fight? This coincidentally is what every professional fighter in the UFC is also thinking. MMA. MMA in the UFC was a great experiment because it made everyone realize what was mostly just acrobatics or performative art and what was really made for messing people up.
Yeah, I like MMA as well.
At this point, it turns out that no one martial art does it all, and if you want to build the perfect fighter, you kind of just have to be an elite wrestler so you're built and conditioned like a Cold War lab experiment, then do jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, and boxing. Then send them 2-3 years Dagestan and forget. Nevertheless, it's pretty common for both men and women to say, well, that sounds like way too much work. What should I train if I only care about self-defense? That's actually a much easier question to answer.
Get the gun.
100-meter sprint, Glock 19.
Yeah, and run.
Ping pong. I think everyone can agree that table tennis is the Rubik's cubing and cup stacking of sports. It might be one of the only sports that you can watch at a high level, and without any further context you say, yeah, to be perfectly frank, I have not been diagnosed with the potential to do that.
Yeah, I remember doing ping pong as well, though I tried this.
Just to be clear, I'm not making fun of anyone. This was in fact my entire childhood repertoire. Basketball.
Basketball, I did that though. Yeah, so this is like my favorite sport though, but it's mainly because that's sports I wanted to be my favorite.
Admittedly, don't know anything about basketball. I just get highlights of Jokic in my feed making crazy plays while looking incredibly unathletic and bored, then watch a related video of him with his racehorse looking really happy. That made me think that for every kid that wants to grow up to be an astronaut...
But here's the thing though, I do like basketball, but I don't like it enough to the point where I want to be like a hooper or something. I just fuck around for fun.
Only to find out they're too dumb. There's also a 6'11", 100-millionaire basketball player that always wanted to be a jockey. Skiing and snowboarding.
Now I want to do skiing and snowboarding.
The problem with skiing and snowboarding is if you go as a kid and make a day trip, then you have to get up stupidly early and drive for 4 hours.
True, you have to basically get up early before everybody packs up the whole place though.
It's making it a completely terrible day. Or you stay for a weekend, but there is no point in doing that because after one day you're so sore from using muscles you've never used before, you're bedbound anyway.
Yeah, I've seen it. I haven't seen that, but I've heard that happened to some people.
This admittedly does change when you're an adult, because you can go to Whistler for a weekend, fall off the T-bar and break your tailbone a few times, be way too sore than...
The problem when it comes to skiing and snowboarding is that apparently there was like a daily dose of internet video somebody sent to the nigga though, that there's basically fucking a bunch of fucking worms in the ground. Let me show you.
The disturbing fact of the day is that this is not grass. They're worms.
And look how many
Millions of tiny worms.
And look how many of them there are. Yeah, no.
the next day, but now you're thankfully old enough to go to the...
So what the fuck's going on with this guy over here? But I guess that when it comes to this, I would definitely I'd rather be here.
clubs, get drunk, then get chlamydia from an Australian before coming home and filing for bankruptcy. Skateboarding culture.
Skateboarding, like, yeah, I want to try. I've been skateboarding though, but the thing is, I just want to get better at it.
Has always been cool and rebellious, and
it's always the All Stars, Converse, or the Vans though. Yeah, for me it's the Vans.
It hasn't just shaped other areas of society like fashion and street culture, but it also gives you deep psychological insights you might have not had otherwise. For example, I get annoyed when retired baby boomers with 4 properties can't figure out why they don't have grandchildren yet, until my friend Jimmy is meeting up with me so he can bankrupt Cactus Club during happy hour, and on the way over he thinks banging his skateboard into a fire hydrant is a trick. This causes me to immediately want to move my tax residence to Dubai, accept Western democracy as a failed state, and firmly lecture
There's a possibility that this might happen though, you know what I'm saying?
everyone on exactly what will and what will not be tolerated in my backyard if they want me to give them even a single penny. Baseball. To me, baseball is the
Baseball I've done before though. I've done baseball before.
EVE Online of sports, because the main highlight of baseball is whenever someone is up to bat, they announce the player's auto-generated Midwestern name, then show their stat card, which is what every baseball enthusiast and EVE Online player is waiting for so they can cross-check they have it right in their Excel spreadsheet. Cricket. While not very...
Yeah, cricket I've done as well though.
Very popular in most places, it's actually
a lot of these sports I'm so fucking rusty at like damn near almost all of them.
The second most popular sport in the world. This is
second? Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, I remember it is.
Because like being a MAGA Republican, most of its base is in India and Bangladesh.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, it's an awesome game to watch. Only the highlights of because it takes fucking ages. As someone who grew up in Australia and loves playing cricket but not watching it, you could unironically read the entirety of War and Peace in the same time instead.
I remember the thing is like while during cricket though it was very boring though, and the thing is that like when it comes to just like when it comes to like the highlights though, like the thing is that's only like the best part about it though. So he's right with that one.
Formula 1. As a casual F1 enjoyer, I'll be making a whole video for F1. Just have to wait until Ferrari finally has a good season. Now,
I've never really like watched Formula 1. I've played a video game with that was involved.
NASCAR. A lot of people make fun of NASCAR for
NASCAR. Okay, I've basically like played Cars 2, the video game of that one.
basically just being a bunch of fast cars turning left for 4 hours. This is another
pretty much
bad take.
I've never really I mean, here's the thing. The only bad take is that the thing is now you have to, it's like you're not going just left, just because you have to also avoid the marbles though, because there's marbles that are basically like pieces of tires that are going to the side of the fucking, like mainly over here, and it's like if you basically go into that though, you start to lose control of the car, and then you end up crashing. So yeah, you would have to basically avoid this part over here, and then if you race enough though, and if you race enough times and you go around enough times and there's enough cars, and I'm not sure if the type of tires also plays into it too, if there is that, but there's that though. Also another thing is that like you also have to like go left and right and all that stuff once to try to overtake the cars and all that stuff, and overtake the cars and all that shit though. And then there's also times where it's like the thing is the drivers will basically literally block you and all that stuff on 3, and it's like if you basically have 2 cars that are basically blocking you though, you can't really go over here and you can't go into the marbles as well, then you're pretty much at risk though. So yeah, there is some nuance differences from there though, you know what I'm saying.
Imagine it was a regular Saturday and I said, yo dude, you want a day drink and have a barbecue? You might say, yeah, that sounds fucking awesome, but is there some way to add even more stimulation to this fun weekend activity? Suddenly, NASCAR makes complete sense.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that there. I did not know you could do that there.
Soccer,
Oh,
as us North Americans call it, is straight up the most
football.
popular sport in the world for a reason.
Yeah, soccer's like the most popular, is the biggest sports in the fucking world. It's actually the reason. It's actually like a big reason as to why I Show Speed is so huge and like a superstar. It's because he attaches himself to soccer and he attaches himself to Cristiano Ronaldo, the biggest things in the fucking world. Though that's why he's so huge, and the $1 donation ushered him into that.
Almost no downtime, lots of action, and even children in Africa or the Middle East can play.
Yeah. Also, children, also kids in Africa though, they have such a passion for soccer though, and driving as well. The shit that these niggas be doing is wild. Like these niggas be pulling off tricks and flips and shit that they don't even exist though. I won't say flips, but the tricks that these niggas do. What? Nah. It's basically like street soccer though. They like dog. It's wild, bruh.
Play without expensive equipment as they
But also at the same time, I could even say the same thing for like they drifting as well. Like when it comes to the passion they have when it comes to driving, bruh. Yo.
sweep for landmines. Even
Like I dare. Like when it comes, like basically, like if you are playing FIFA, right, and there is somebody that's beating your ass so bad, he's most likely South African, or he's most likely some parts of Africa, but definitely South Africa. Like if you are losing hard, bruh, that seems to always be the case. And there was a time where basically somebody was literally even playing soccer, or was literally playing soccer though against somebody else from a different part of the world, and they didn't even know who this guy was. Just to come find out, he was South African.
from a fan perspective, the constant criticism of
Like, FIFA is like when it like FIFA is South Africa's favorite game.
players diving for penalties never matters that much because it's overridden by everyone's hatred of FIFA.
Yeah, true. But also, I will say that like, I'm not sure if it has always been this way, but I just kind of like seen it now, or maybe like the thing is I've seen old videos before, but there's that. I don't know, but I have seen that the thing is when it comes to Neymar, right? I've kind of seen that basically with Neymar because the toughest players that he goes up against is the referees.
The Call of Duty of sports games, which is only overridden by everyone's hatred of FIFA, the Venezuela of sporting organizations. American football. Well, American football and the Super Bowl is probably the sport most of us associate with American identity. Very unlike the American identity, football is really an intellectual turn-based strategy game.
Yeah, that's so true. That's definitely true with the NFL especially.
Where ChatGPT tells a team of data analysts, who tell the coach, who tells the quarterback, who tells the team what build order to do. Then they make the play for 3 seconds, then take a break. Anyone who isn't American or Canadian might watch American football and say, wait, so it's called football, but the objective of the game is to hold the ball with your hands and run with it to the other side of the field? And that's completely wrong. The objective of American football isn't to run the ball to the other side of the field. The objective of American football is to show the audience as many ads as possible. Believe it or not, in the usual broadcast time of 3 hours, there's only 11 minutes of live action and 75 minutes of commercials.
What? And here's the thing, I don't even watch football like that though. I only watch the Super Bowls. And when it comes to basketball, that's what I watch though. And soccer as well.
The game of American football. If you're from literally any other continent besides North America, you might say, I don't get it. Why do you tolerate so many ads? But this is a very European take, because in our continent, we know that commercials are the best part of the Super Bowl. As they say, you really have to experience a culture in order to understand it. While most people are not aware of it, whenever you sign up for random websites, newsletters, or accept unbaked cookies on the internet, it is the case that all of your information is going straight into the hands of people who watch baseball, and they're surreptitiously storing it in their Excel spreadsheets whether you like it or not, which is why you should try today's sponsor, Incogni. Incogni Context.
So, some people go ahead and say the thing is you should use NordVPN or use Surfshark or like use Aura. But now this one is like Cogni. Okay, so the rest of the video is just basically a sponsor. So yeah, thanks for basically being here with me and watching this shit with me. And yeah, just not even watching this shit with me. Thanks for just being with me though right here. Thanks for having me. And yeah, I'm gonna see you in the next one, fam. I'm out.